There's just enough time for one more video in 2019, and we are going to make it value packed for your small local business. Let's go. Let me be the first to wish you a very happy year in 2020. I hope it is your best year ever, like every single year of your life. So today I am going to show you a way that you can exponentially increase your business's presence on the internet as a whole and specifically on Google. And it's going to cost you $90 and it's going to take about an hour of your time. So if this is not in your small business's budget, I don't know if you really own a business. It sounds more like a job. But we're going to dive in, and there's just absolutely no reason you should not do this. It is quick, it is easy, it is cheap, and it works. It works like magic. So we're going to dive in, and it's going to be the first link in the description. So if you'd like to do this, it's the first link in the description. Yes, it's an affiliate link. We'll get a small commission if you choose to do this. When I log in here, you will see how many clients we have done this for. I've literally spent over $1,800 with this service, having them do this, because my time is more valuable than the cost of this. And I would hope it is for you too, because to do this manually would probably take you, I don't know, 16 hours or something ridiculous, and it costs $90. So if you can't see the value there, I don't know. But first, I'm going to show you a little insight. I like to, add context and this kind of stuff before, I just throw something at you and be like, do that. I want to give you the reasoning behind it and try to help you better understand what's going on here and all this kind of stuff. So I'm using Billy's B&B lawn mowing as the example again. So I'm on Google and I put it in quotes, the company name, B&B lawn mowing. So when you put something in quotes in Google, Google is like, it has to say that exact phrase. If it doesn't say that exact phrase, then it doesn't count, because that's what the quotes mean. I added Florence afterwards to make sure we didn't pick up another B&B lawn mowing. I'm sure there's a bunch, you know what I'm saying? But we're the only one around here as far as I know. And here we go. So B&B lawn mowing, in quotes, Florence, Google search results. So we have a Yelp listing, a Home Advisor listing, an Angie's List listing, a Monta, a House. Here's our website. Here's our website again. BBB, Alignable, Chamber of Commerce, all of these, right? MapQuest, Facebook. So Facebook is not necessarily going to count here. Facebook is a social profile. Definitely make sure that you have a fully legitimate setup business page for your business, and all the information in there matches what's on your website and what's in your Google My Business. But continuing down, you get to these weird ones like, I don't even know how to say that, togo.us, trustlink.org. Nobody's ever heard of these. If anybody ends up on these websites, they do not know how to use the internet. So you're not making these directory listings thinking that people are going to find you on these oddball sites and end up using your service. Now, obviously, places like Home Advisor and Angie's List and Yelp and these bigger ones, the BBB, yes, it can very possibly lead to somebody contacting your business wanting your service. So there is value in a lot of them, right? But a lot of these, the majority of these, the ones that is just like complete waste of time to do yourself. You want to use this service, and this is the cheapest, the best for multiple reasons, and we'll kind of get into that also. So, I highly recommend getting your YouTube going. See, we have a thumbnail from Billy's YouTube channel right here. This is awesome. Here's Twitter. So on and on and on. I'm sure these are just going to get even weirder and weirder as we go down the list. You get it. We're not even applicable anymore at this point in the search results. So there are a handful of these that I would suggest to make yourself. So let's run through those real quick. Angie's List, just go to angieslist.com, click business owners, and just fully populate this one yourself. This is a very important one if you are a local service business. So just do it yourself. Make sure every single field is populated and accurate. Upload as many photos as you want. I'd recommend at least 20. Hopefully you can somehow make a video for your business even if you're camera shy and stuff like that, like I'm the last person to have a YouTube channel, and you see me on YouTube making these videos, so get over yourself. Biz.yelp.com. This is where you go to create your Yelp listing. Yelp's in cahoots with Bing. I've said this a million times, so I'm not really going to go into it, but I'm already logged in here as Billy, so if I log out right here, so manage your free listing, and then you'll just run through this process. If you already happen to have a Yelp, maybe someone else made one for you, it can happen. You may already be in here, then you'd want to claim and verify yours. The BBB, getting listed on the BBB is a little bit tricky. If you just go to bbb.org, you will have a hell of a time finding this page right here. So that's why I'm going to stick this link in the description, as well as all these links in the description, right? So it's bbb.org/get-listed is how you end up on this page, and then you just fill out this information right here, and your business is going to be on the BBB within a week or two or something. They're going to review it and all that kind of stuff and whatnot. Bing Places is another one you should just do manually, bingplaces.com, and then Apple Maps. So if you get into this and you're like, I don't want to use his stuff, I don't want him to get the affiliate commission or whatever, I don't care. You're going to run into roadblocks, and you're going to end up paying more or getting screwed, and that's just what's going to happen, because it's happened to me several freaking times. I test and measure, and I learn from my mistakes, and this is the best. So that's why I'm making the video. But if you want to get on Apple Maps, the caveat with Apple Maps is you have to have a actual physical business location. If you are running out of your house or storage unit or something like that, Apple Maps is going to deny you. So just give you a heads up there. If you are doing that, you're not going to be able to get on Apple Maps. It may be worth trying to use the service here to push it through for you, because they have like a relationship with Apple and this stuff. But if you try to go anywhere else and get your Apple Maps listing, except this exact domain right here, you're going to run into a roadblock, and it's called Yext. Yext is they're right up there with Yelp and Home Advisor. I can't stand Yext. I think it's an absolute racket, and I can't believe some of this stuff is just allowed to go on the internet. It is a complete waste of your time and money to deal with Yext. It's garbage. Here we go. So you're going to click the link. You're going to sign up for your 14-day free trial or whatever. What I'm going to show you in here, you don't have to pay the monthly fee or anything. So don't let that trip you out. There's no monthly fee for using this part of this service. So this is basically it. Like, here's all the companies that I have in here. Like I said, I use it a lot, right? So we're going to use the B&B lawn mowing. What you're going to want to do is come right up here and click Add Locations. So assuming you have a verified Google My Business listing, it'll just pull all this data in and even streamline the time involved in this. Maybe you can get it down to a half hour, 45 minutes, but anytime you do anything like this with this, we're blasting out our name, address, and phone number of our business. Our business's name, business phone, business address. It's called NAP, NAP. So if you do any research, you're going to see this all over the place. It is super duper important that every little last bit of information here is exactly uniform when it comes to your business's name, address, and phone. I'm talking, if you write out street, write it all the way out somewhere, you never ever put ST period anywhere on the internet. You pick one and you go with it. I suggest go to Google Maps, type in your address, and see what Google Maps says. Do they spell out street, or do they have ST period, or do they just have ST with no period? Stuff like that. This is how serious it is if you're trying to get the value here. If you blast out inconsistent information across all these platforms, now you're throwing up red flags everywhere, as Google is crawling all these websites and saying, hey, B&B Lawn Mowing has a listing on that page, but they have a different address. Now we have just lost confidence that we have the correct address. Obviously, a person would know street, ST period, and ST is the same thing, but we're dealing with Google, which is an algorithm. And yes, Google's algorithm is obviously really advanced and it's starting to use AI and all this kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's a computer system, and it can be like counting characters. So the character amount, the string of characters in that address is different, and that's throwing up a red flag to the algorithm. We're dealing with the computer. So I just wanted to make that very clear. So you just click here and you'd say, just import from Google My Business. Boom. And then potentially everything pulls in super accurate. Definitely double check it and all that kind of stuff. So what you're going to want to do is click on location details. Potentially you'll just have your one business in here. Come in here and make sure everything pulled in correctly. So your name, your address, phone number, it's NAP. 100% make sure your website is in here and correct. And yeah, so then down here is a little bit of additional information. So everything you can fill out. Company details, make sure your hours are right. This goes right in line with making sure that your name, address, and phone number is consistent across the web. Make sure your hours are consistent across the web. Enter your payment methods down here, description and services. So make sure you put a bunch of keywords in here, this kind of stuff. Enter your business categories right here. Great. And then list your services. So you're limited to 5 in these. And then as far as photos go, you can do 3 and a logo. So when you upload a logo like this, you want it to be a JPEG, preferably on a white background, and make it 600 pixels by 600 pixels. If you need a tool to do that, use Canva. It's absolutely free and awesome. It'll really step your image game up if you haven't been introduced to Canva yet. So here are 3 awesome pictures for the business. These pictures, maybe make them 800 pixels wide by 600 pixels tall. Something like that would be an ideal size. JPEG is the format you want, and you get all this in here, okay? So the next thing you're going to do is hop over to Citation Builder. And here we go. So I've already run some campaigns here on this specific account in here. And now we're looking at kind of what's going on, what you're going to actually be doing. So aggregators. The thing with these aggregators is there's 4 of them. And what they do is they're going to push out your information to a bunch of these little directory sites for you. But the thing is you're not going to have a login if you use these aggregators. So you want to build out some manually or using this tool, because this tool literally does do this manually for you. You will get the login information so you can log into every citation or directory listing, whatever you want to call it, that they make you, and you can fully populate your data. If anything changes, you can update it. You can go in and double check it. A lot of these you do need to kind of go log in, verify, yep, okay, good, and then you're good. So this is how it works. Here's kind of the report you get once you've actually run some. So here's our May 23rd report. This is right when Billy's business was getting started. We ran, looks like we got 19 of them or so right here. This go round, we did about 18 more this time. So you potentially haven't used this yet. You're going to go to buy more citations. So you come up in here, and this is where it's kind of telling you what you have left. So if you haven't done this, you're going to have well over 100 opportunities. And what you're going to want to do, I recommend start off with 30. So if you do 30, it's going to cost $90, like I said, right? $90 in about an hour of your time. I don't really recommend using this remove the duplicates. If you notice duplicates or they let you know you have duplicates, go and just remove them yourself. Like don't pay this additional fee for that service. Here is the data aggregator thing. Like I said, you will do more harm than good if you run the data aggregator before you build out a nice amount, either manually or using the tool, which is essentially the same thing. So here we go. Here are everything that they're saying is available, okay? So I picked 30 up here. So it's pre-populating 30, and it's going to pick the top 30, and they're going by authority right here. So domain authority is essentially it's actually kind of a phantom metric on the internet, saying how authoritative this website is, like based on number of traffic, how long people stay on the site, how many backlinks it's had, how long it's been online, all this kind of stuff. Super authoritative sites include Google, Facebook, YouTube, Bing, Like, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of think like these are super authoritative sites. Gotcha. Okay. So, and there they are. A lot of those are right here. Yelp's rated at a 94. Nextdoor, for example, is a 78. Nextdoor is actually another one I would recommend that you build out manually. Nextdoor is a very, very important one. Claim that one yourself, fully populate everything, and learn how to use it to your advantage, and it'll really do your business a lot of good. Okay, so here we are right here, and since you have not run this yet, you're gonna see a lot of these down here that we've already got. And if you notice the citation value, so they're kind of telling you, hey, these are worth more than other citations. All citations are not created equal. So what I suggest you do is check off all the very high listings or all the very high citation values. Make sure you get all those, and then look for high and then medium. And it all depends on, you know, how much you want to spend here and this kind of stuff. But I'm telling you, for some reason, just doing this very simple thing will exponentially increase your presence online, especially in the Google search results. And that's what we're going for. That's where people are looking for local service providers. So that's basically it, guys. You check off the ones that you want. You know, you have your little master one at the top. If you notice, it's saying we don't have a Google. Yes, we do. We 100% have a verified Google My Business listing. We also have a verified Facebook. We also have a Bing. We also have a Yelp. We also have a Nextdoor. So these are third-party tools. So don't assume that this stuff is just accurate right off the bat. That's why you need to spend a little bit of time and really pay attention to which is which and all this kind of stuff. So you're going to want to uncheck them all and then add in your checks based on very high and which ones that you know for a fact you don't have. And if you believe you have one, type in your business name in the quotes and then put that citation site, like Yelp, for example. Like, do we have a Yelp? Put in your business name, Yelp, and then it'll, you know, let you know. Like, that will be the top search result if you do have a Yelp listing. Or you could get on Yelp, for example, and search for your business. But that's it. Like I said, if you're looking at this, I mean, there's just all kinds of weird off the wall sites. I mean, when you get down to domain authority of this low, it's not worth it in my opinion. These are not worth it for a local service business. I think over the period of a year or two, you want to build out 30 minimum to 100 or so citation or directory listings, whatever you want to call it. And that's it. So you're going to pick everything that you want to get here. And let's just go like that. Okay, so I just want to run through this process, even though I'm not going to do it. Confirm and continue. And like, it's not going to do it. I need to pay them or they're not going to do it. But the thing right here is you're going to want to add in a couple things that you didn't have the chance anywhere else. It's the social profiles. So this is where you want to fully populate any of these that you have. And I actually didn't realize that we had a Twitter. I would have put that in there. So that kind of sucks. But right here, you want to put, you have to put like NA or something like that. If you leave this campaign notes blank, then they will, it'll flag it and you'll just have to come put something in there and it'll tell you like put NA at least or whatever. What you want to do is, if you know for a fact you have a couple key citations already, you do not want them making you a duplicate listing. So in your campaign notes, say your tool is not picking up that we have a Google My Business, a Facebook, a Bing, Yext, or Yelp, whatever ones that you do have or that you are going to create manually, you list those out in here and you say, hey, in case you can't, the way they work is if they can't for some reason get you a directory listing on whichever ones you selected, they're going to pick the next best using the domain authority ranking system, as you saw how they have everything ranked. So you want to make sure you note out, do not make me this one, this one, this one, this one, or this one, because we either already have these or we are in the process of making these ourselves. So do not make us the duplicate listing. They're very good at paying attention to what you put in these campaign notes. I get very specific sometimes. They often will email me and just double check, like, hey, you said XYZ, and I'm like, look, this is a special case. I do this a lot. Like, that's how this one needs to be done. They're like, okay, before we pushed all that out, we wanted to make sure. So enter your email address down here, so you just get an alert when the service is finished. It takes 2 to 3 weeks, and a handful of them will take even longer. If for some reason they do not provide, get you as many citations as they said that you paid for, then they will do what they need to do to get you the amount that you paid for. So this is a very reputable company, and it's great. So that's it. So you just hit, confirm, pay. You don't want to do credits, because credits you have to buy in $1,000 increments. That's how I started off with this service. I was referred to them, and I paid them the $1,000 and got that big credit. It does save you some money, but for your small local business, you do not need that many, okay? And then you probably just want to go ahead and click update location and other reports, so next time that it would all be correct that you came to do this. When it is done, you'll get the email right here, assuming you put your email in, and what you're going to want to do is just go quickly log into every single one of them and verify that listing. If it does need to be verified, some of them will want to call you, will let you know all of that information. Hey, that you need to go to this website, do this, and then answer your phone and enter the code. They're going to lay out exactly how you do everything, but you kind of probably know which ones are more valuable to you. If you have them make those for you, log in there, make sure every single field is filled out, because obviously they can only push out the information that you provided right here. So some of these citation directory listings have additional fields that may provide value to your business, get you found more often, that kind of stuff. So go in there, upload more photos. If you have the video, upload your video. If you can add more services or add details about your services, do that. And yeah, you will seriously notice a big, ramp up on your Google Analytics if you're monitoring that kind of stuff over time after creating these directory listings. It is a quick, easy win. So I really hope you do it. And yeah, man, that's it. So last video, 2019 to 2020, 2020 is coming. Please remember to like and subscribe if you like the video. I'll be, doing my thing again next year. Absolutely loving what I'm doing, working with companies across the country in various industries now, and starting to attract some bigger budgets and bigger companies, and it's really exciting. Getting to do some really cool stuff, and yeah, just getting everybody results. Myself, my clients, my freaking employees, if you will. Like, everybody's making money. So if you're not making money, holler at me. Let's make some money together. And that's that. And until the next video, you already know, keep making money.